to another year with 4-H Nova Scotia. This is an instructional video for registration for the 2025-2026 year. For new families, it's going to be a form that you fill out. To get that, you will be able to contact your regional program coordinator or your general leader, and that they will give you some resources to learn about how to choose a project, and it will get you the link to that form to register. For returning families, we've got this side of the screen. It's going to use the same portal that we used last year. Hopefully we've simplified it a little bit for you, and that's what this instructional video is going to go more in depth with. So to get there, we're going to click on the link, Returning Family Registration Portal. It's going to take you to another website, the 4hns.powerappsportals.com. And that's where you'll be able to sign in using the account that you had made up last year. Your username and your password should still be active. If not, if you don't remember it, there's a few ways to go about doing this. To start, we'll click on Forgot Your Password. This will allow you to put in your email address associated with the account. It will send you a link to reset the password, but in that email, it will also tell you your username. So in case you remembered your password but not your username, or maybe you forgot both, that's how you can get that information. For those that did remember, or once you're able to sign in, I should also add, if it still doesn't work, contact your RPC. Then it is possible you got locked out and we'll simply reset it again. But the Forgot Your Password is where you're going to start. So to put in your username and your password, once you remember it, and hit sign in. This one is, I'm going to let you know right now, as you can guess by the name, is an entirely made up one so that no personal information is being shared with you. When you're logged in, if your account doesn't look complete, it's going to take you to this profile where it's going to ask you to put in some information. This might be your email, or no, your email should be attached. It might be your phone number, or perhaps how we can contact you. It will also let you change your email if you have a different one now, or your password for that access. However, to register your family or to look over your family's information, we're going to start in households. So on that menu button here, click My Household, and you'll be able to see everybody that is in your household today. In their example one, we have Johnny and Susie. Say that you had a 6-year-old last year who now wants to be a clover bud. This is where you're going to add them in. Or maybe a father wants to be a leader this year than never was before. This is where you're going to add it in. Hit create, fill out the information. We need your first name, your last name, and your date of birth for members. The rest of the information we do appreciate, although it's not mandatory, such as any allergies would go into the medical or health notes. We appreciate knowing that so that we can plan the program better for you. We also appreciate an emergency contact name and number, just in case. Once you've put all that in, you can hit submit, and that next person should show up here on your list. So I have just added Susie before making this video to confirm it would work, and you can see she is now listed there, but has not yet had a registration date, as I haven't actually registered her. Now, to do the registration portion, you will now go over into registrations. So just because they're on the list here does not mean that they are registered. For that, we must go to registrations, and we will find the list of those who have registered. In this household, we have already registered Johnny this year, but Susie, as you can see, is not to be found. So that's who we're going to register next. To do that, we hit Create. It will take us to this page. Contact, you could type their name, but to make it even easier, there is a magnifying glass here. Simply click the magnifying glass, choose the person that you're wanting to select, and hit Select. Now we also have the contact type. So this is asking what type of person they're going to be within the 4-H program this year. Are they going to be a volunteer or a project leader? Maybe if they're a member or a cloverbud. For members and cloverbuds, these are the youth that are actively taking part in the program and is based on the January 1st, 2026 day. So the age that they are on January 1st marks them as either a cloverbud or a member. It also marks them as either too young or too old for the program. If they are 7 or 8 years old on January 1st, then they are a cloverbud. If they are 9 to 21 on January 1st, they are a member. If it is an adult or even a teenager wishing to volunteer, not to take part in the programming, they can be a project leader, a coach, a general leader, a volunteer, or a county project leader. So for this, general leaders are those that look after the clubs. So they are going to oversee the rest of the leaders in that club. So keep in mind there should only be 1 or 2 general leaders, and the rest are either project leaders or volunteers within the club. For Susie here today, she is going to be a member. The next type we're going to do is the acknowledgements. All of these are defined down here in each of these links, and they will tell you and take you to another link to tell you about it. Glad I clicked on this. We will update that shortly. By the time you see this, that will have been updated. When you read through it, agree to yes or no to all of these. Just because you agree to one person in your household, you will have to do it all over again for the next person, as every single person, whether a volunteer or a member, must take part in agreeing to all of these, whether they agree or disagree. And then we scroll down and go into our project categories. So this is where we choose what your member wants to take part in. Click on that magnifying glass, and we'll do this one at a time. So the list you can see is quite long. There is lots to choose from. But you'll also notice that some of these have official project and some have non-recognized. Within this, there are many projects that are not recognized, as they are projects members wanted to learn about and took on teaching us how to accomplish them. They will fill out a form to tell us what they are going to learn, how we are going to judge them for it, and how will we know if they succeed. For the official projects, we can provide that information in the form of newsletters that are put out in January. So all of those official projects, we can give you some more information about each of them. So click on the project that you want to be part of and hit select. You can be part of more than one, although I'll add each club does this differently. So be aware of what your club is offering with leaders providing it, or those that, although official projects, you'll still be on your own learning. Each club also encourages this differently. Some will let you take many, others will ask that you only take one. So talk to your general leaders and your club project leaders to learn more about that. If you choose one and decide later you don't actually want to do it, you have until March 15th to add or drop a project. So we're not setting this in stone just yet for what you have to do based on registration times. Let your RPC know as soon as you can whether or not you are dropping or adding, and until that March 15th date. We also have 2 check boxes for lumber sports and tug of war, if your member is allowed to take part in those, if your club or county offers them. That's where you can sign up for those. And then you hit submit. Now, right away, Susie did not pop up here. So give it a minute or two. You might have to hit refresh and Susie should appear, but it might take a moment to do that. So just be aware that yes, we've registered her properly. Just because she's not on the list yet doesn't mean we should do it again immediately. I'll hit refresh again. And of course, it's going to be slow today. Because of this pause, though, this will prevent us from double registering people or even triple registering people. So have patience, wait for that refresh to happen. Maybe try again tomorrow and see if they're on the list then. Once registered as a member, you will also automatically get an invoice from 4-H Nova Scotia to your email. This is through our Square system. You can pay for that online or in person at the 4-H office. And it's this way that every member will receive an invoice for $75. If you qualify for the family rate, which is for paying for 3 members in your household, and then any additional members are going to be free, you'll have to do this by contacting your RPC, who will look into it to ensure you do in fact qualify and be able to remove those extra invoices. If you have any questions on the process, feel free to reach out to 4-H Nova Scotia, whether to an RPC directly or to info@4hnovascotia.ca. Enjoy the 4-H year, and I hope you have a lot of success learning to do by doing.